Hey, what's up homies? Today we're talking about all the controversy surrounding Philip DeFranco and his recent rant on YouTube algorithm. He basically said YouTube is destroying his channel step by step, yet he got 50k subscribers last month alone. What should the guy with new and small channels say? So let's see why his rant is in big part a hypocrisy. Okay, so before I start explaining why he's being a hypocrite in his own videos, I wanna preface this by saying I've been following his channel for a long time, and you could say I'm kind of a fan. Not like the biggest fan, but I watch almost all of his videos. That's partially because he chooses very good topics, and partially because he covers them better than all the regular sources, like BBC or CNN. He is very charming, and he doesn't approach his topics from just one point of view. However, this time he did just that. He uploaded this video called Tired, Frustrated, but also Excited. And first, I'll show you some of the footage I'm talking about.
I'll start with what is frustrating, which is that as of right now, with the current state of YouTube, the Philip DeFranco show cannot thrive. In fact, I think very soon the Philip DeFranco show may not be able to survive. And it all really boils down to the increased crackdown from YouTube against this channel. The demonetization issue on YouTube really isn't of the highest priority to me. Unfortunately, we're being hit by what I would call a sister algorithm.
Now, do you remember how everybody was freaking out about Adpocalypse? It was caused by YouTube using AI to weigh in on whether a video is suitable for brands to put ads on them. So basically, YouTube now introduced a second, independent AI that weighs in on whether or not a video is suitable for being on the recommended page, sidebar, and so on.
And it's accurate, but also at the same time very misleading. Technically, demonetization and the rating of a video, let's say, as mature, where it's unable to be on trending, on the front page, watch next, the recommended tab. Think of those as separate, but very similar levers.
Basically, it's a big deal. And once again, everyone is freaking out about it. Now, I do acknowledge there are many issues with it, but I do find it mildly hypocritical that Philip DeFranco is ranting about it when he got 50k subs in the last month alone. What makes it highly hypocritical is that AI doesn't influence just his channel. It influences everyone's channels. And some channels are influenced way more than his is. At the end of the day, it probably influences small creators the most. Guys like me who are just starting out, especially if they use some swearing here and there, again, just like I do. That being said, if you like my channel and my personality and you happen to subscribe, please hit that notification button. Personally, I'm not going to change my way of talking about things just because some algorithm says so. Now, a big problem about this AI thing is that it doesn't take context into account. And Philip DeFranco makes content about all the hot topics, like all the fuss that's going on in Syria right now. So the algorithm would mark his videos unsuitable just because he's using words like bombing or terrorism. On the other hand, major companies are putting ads of big brands like Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper right in the middle of news about horrible accidents and shootings. This boils down to, if you want to upload videos on YouTube, you have to play by the platform's rules. If you don't like the rules, you can always create your own platform, which is exactly what Philip DeFranco did.
So to offset that, of course, we tried to include more sponsors. We launched the paid subscription service, DeFranco Elite. People sign up for $5, $10 a month tiers. They get exclusive videos, early videos, exclusive live streams. There's a lot more.
He has 15,000 Patreons, for crying out loud. That alone brings him in like $150,000 a month. And he's not just a solo creator. He has a whole team around him, doing many big projects outside of YouTube. Now, I'm not criticizing the whole Patreon thing like many others do. If somebody appreciates some YouTubers' content and wants to support them with their own money, they are completely entitled to it. Another big problem is YouTube's policy. The problem is that they don't publicly talk about how their algorithms work.
Unfortunately, because YouTube is not transparent with how they rate our videos or why or what is in that video, you don't know for sure, but it's usually reflected in the views and at the rate of the view.
And that's a huge problem, because you're affected by something that you can't even see. So basically, you're left in the dark, trying to figure it out. It's like trying to find gold without a treasure map, or fighting an invisible enemy. And that enemy is Conor McGregor. Or trying to find a needle in a haystack with your eyes closed. Basically, you get the point.
But when it just comes to subscription boxes, or having your videos being recommended to your usual subscriptions, or having your videos being recommended even at all, that's where the issue comes to lie. Especially when that could be decided by a secret rating system that I can't even show you, because we know it's there, but we don't actually get to see it.
Now, some say that it's not YouTube algorithm that slowed his or anyone else's views down. Or something like, why are others like RiceGum or Kavos getting more views than ever? To which you could get a response like, yes, but just some of Philip DeFranco's videos are reaching smaller audience. Others are doing just fine. So these are obviously suppressed. Like, you can clearly see, every third or every other video gets significantly less views, which again begs for an answer. Yeah, but it's just natural that you get more views on some videos and less on others. It's how it works for everyone. I would personally say that there is a lot of merit to both sides of the argument. This next part I couldn't say any better than this popular YouTuber called Boogie2988 did. Here's a short video.
And because of YouTube's silence on this, I see a lot of victim blaming right now. People saying Boogie, DeFranco, all these other creators who are complaining about this stuff. It's just people are bored with you, they're bored of your formula, they don't like your content anymore, they don't want to watch you anymore. But that doesn't really pan out because it only happens for every third video or every second video, or it may be 4 out of 5 depending on the YouTuber. But if they make a video that doesn't get suppressed, it reaches its usual video totals goal. If it's a fluffy, nice little piece that YouTube has no problem with, they normally reach the video goal that you would expect. It's the ones that have some controversial topic or a controversial thing that seem to be getting suppressed. And I guess it could be coincidence. Maybe there's just a bug in the system, or maybe nobody's watching YouTube that day or something to that effect, but that would be a very unlikely coincidence, and I don't think this is the problem on a creator's well.
And here's the next big thing. Every time algorithm deems some video unsuitable for monetization or recommended, you can ask for a real YouTube employee review. And some popular YouTubers said more than 95% of their videos get greenlit after manual review.
Every time one of my videos gets demonetized and I request it, apart from about 5 out of 100 videos, every single one of them has been greenlit. Meaning this algorithm is, surprise, surprise, wrong.
Which basically makes YouTube's algorithm 95% of the time wrong. And that's just horrible, to be honest. But here's what's really horrible, and what makes my point about Philip DeFranco being a hypocrite. His videos were manually reviewed. He's complaining about an algorithm when in fact it was manually reviewed that his videos are inappropriate.
As a side note, YouTube needs to change the backend to let us know what our videos are being rated. In an ideal world, we'd love to also know why. Right, so an example last week, several of our videos were suppressed. Tons of comments saying the video is not popping up where it normally does, what's the deal? The next morning, the videos have around 300 to 450,000 less views than the average videos normally have. One of the biggest problems is this is now happening at an alarming rate.
But here's another catch. Even if you get your video greenlit after manual review, it still takes some time, and by the time it's greenlit, it misses out on a lot of exposure. And once YouTube algorithm deems multiple videos of a same creator inappropriate, it has a tendency to just leave a permanent mark on their account. So no matter what their new content is about, it is going to be deemed inappropriate by default. So in conclusion, I would like to say 2 things. First, I'm still going to keep watching Philip DeFranco as the best source of news. I just felt like giving a fair criticism where it's due. And second, yes, YouTube really does have its fair share of problems. There are many things to figure out if they want to keep walking carpets of success. However, guess what? There is currently no better platform for expressing your opinion.
Move somewhere else. If YouTube's so bad, move somewhere else. I don't actually think YouTube's bad. Surprisingly enough, no, I really don't. It's actually the best video sharing website we will ever get. I think that's the part that makes it so frustrating. You know, every other video website is pretty shit. They're not very good. They're just not good. And there's one thing that they don't have. An audience of me and you, and that's it.
Twitter. And it's going to stay that way for a foreseeable future. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Like, comment and subscribe, share it with your friends. My name is Ecstasy, and I'll see you in the next.